Hey you guys, it's Megan, and unfortunately I finally got sick. I get sick every single October without fail. 2 years ago I had the flu. Last year I had a crazy stomach bug that was horrible. And I don't know what's wrong with me now, but I feel like absolute garbage. My head is like pounding. It is so congested. My ears are like hurting. Everything is hurting. My body is starting to ache, which is not a good sign. So yeah, I am staying home, obviously. I try to stay home from work whenever I am feeling sick because that's how more people get sick, and that's probably how I got sick, was from someone at work, because a lot of people have been sick at work, as I'm sure is the same at your company or your school. So yeah, I called into a meeting earlier today and I have another one in a few hours, but I am making lunch right now and I just wanted to talk to you guys about like what makes you feel better when you're feeling shitty, whether it's sick or you're just having like one of those days. This morning, my coworker Kristen told me about a new Starbucks drink. We love trying new drinks at Starbucks and telling each other about them, like giving each other little reviews. And she told me about a drink, so I went out and got it, and I'm using my Disney mug that I got. I think it's like in the Beauty and the Beast section. Oh my god, this drink is phenomenal. You guys, it is called the Magic Butterbeer Latte, and I guess our normal Starbucks that we go to by work had like a sign about it, and so she just ordered it and then told me like what changes she would make to it, so then I got it with the changes. So I ordered a cinnamon dolce latte, and I just got a tall because that's usually all I can really drink, but with this I should have probably got at least a grande. But for the tall cinnamon dolce latte, I did 1 pump cinnamon dolce, 1 pump caramel syrup, 1 pump toffee nut with whole milk, whipped cream, and add the salt topping. It is so cozy and so delicious. It is like the perfect, like, I don't know. It just really, it doesn't taste exactly like butterbeer, but it's definitely like that butterscotchy flavor. And it is just amazing for when you're feeling like you need a warm hug. This drink literally tastes like a warm hug to me. It's sweet, but not too sweet, since I did 1 pump of each. And then that sea salt topping is just so good to add that, like, you know, in butterscotch, it is like a little bit salty. So it is delicious. And Alyssa is actually going to Disney today. I am so jealous, and so I use my Disney cup in honor of her going to Disney because, I don't know, it just made me happy to do that. And this winter, me and my family are actually going to Florida to visit my aunt and uncle that rent a house in Marco Island. Now it's becoming every winter, which is awesome. And so we're gonna do that, and we're thinking about either doing Universal Studios or Disney one day. We haven't gone to Universal in a while, and I would really love to see Harry Potter World all decked out for Christmas, because I love in the movies when it's Christmas time and everything's so like cute and British and cozy. I don't know. So if we go to one of the theme parks, it probably will be Universal Studios. But right now I am just like checking my email. Thankfully nothing crazy has been happening, so I haven't had to do much, thankfully. And I'm making lunch right now. Usually I would eat soup when I'm feeling under the weather, but we have this risotto that I've been wanting to make, so let me show you guys what I'm cooking up. I'm making this mushroom and herb risotto from Trader Joe's. So just a packet of risotto and then like a seasoning packet. So this is currently simmering, and I probably should stir it in a second, but oh my gosh, I wish I had like some sort of Parmesan cheese or something to put on the top of it. But I did the stovetop with butter because butter makes everything better, and I love the umami flavor of mushroom, like in general, so I think this will make me feel really cozy and warm. So that is what I'm making for lunch, and I wish I had chicken or something. Maybe I can find something in our fridge or freezer, but normally I would have soup, but this just seemed like what was going to make me feel the best today. I decided to heat up some of this delicious pork my mom made last night in the crock pot. I think this will go really well with the risotto, which just finished, and it looks super fluffy and yummy. So I'm just gonna take some of this, put it in here, then mix it all together and enjoy a piping hot, cozy meal for lunch. So I'm probably going to watch Great British Bake Off because that is the show that makes me just the happiest out of every show that I've ever watched. Great British Bake Off is just, again, like a warm hug. It makes me so happy to watch it. I love baking shows in general, but all the ones in America are just so like intense and all about like winning, which is definitely like America, but this British version of like a cooking show is just like really, I don't know, like obviously the contestants care about winning on Great British Bake Off as well, but they're just also supportive of each other, and like every time someone gets kicked out, I like cry, and then I cry for the winner because I'm so happy for them, and like they all hug and stuff, like something you never see on American competition shows. So I haven't watched in a few weeks, so I'm on the 7th episode, so I have that and Pastry Week, and then there's only 2 more episodes till the end of this series, so of this season, which is season 7. It's on Netflix, and they actually call it Great British Baking Show, which is like the Americanized name. I don't know why they changed the name from Great British Bake Off to Great British Baking Show for America. I really don't know. But we have like a delayed like airing of it, so whatever season we're on, like they're past that in Britain or the UK, and so I'm probably gonna watch that if I don't fall asleep before then. I'm also super cuddled up, and I have my favorite blanket, and I have my stuffed animal Amber. I am such like a little baby. I always have Amber, and she makes me feel so like she is home to me. Like whenever I have Amber, I feel at home and just like comforted and stuff. So definitely whenever I'm sick, I always like carry around Amber around my house, and I just like snuggle with her and stuff. I know I'm an adult now, but I need my stuffed animal. She just makes me feel so much better. So if you have a stuffed animal too, don't feel bad. I at least also have one. I don't know about other adults, but I just need her. Like, she is my best friend. But I've also been reading a lot lately, and so I'm still reading the Crazy Rich Asians sequel, and I'm about a third of the way. I just got to part 2. I really like how these books are in parts, so kind of like breaks up the reading a little bit. So I just got to part 2, and wow, these books are so much different than the movie. The movie was amazing. I loved it. I saw it multiple times in theater last year, but the books are just so much better. And I don't know if I've ever admitted this to you guys, but I never read Harry Potter. I know. I was just talking about going to Harry Potter World. I watched all the movies multiple times. I'm obsessed with the movies, but I just never got into the books. Like, I tried to read the first one in middle school not when it first came out, but when I was like old enough probably to understand it. And I just didn't like the first book, so I never kept reading. And I know it's like so shameful, and everyone gets really mad if you've never read the Harry Potter books. So that is something that I want to read now that I've been getting back into reading. I think that it would be just really cool to read the full story of what J.K. Rowling envisioned for this world, and I just think it's so cool that she knew the ending of it like when she first started writing, and that just impresses me so much that you would have like that long term story all mapped out like a decade before you ever finish the series. So I probably will read Harry Potter, but that'll be like a big time commitment, and I don't know. I'm sure it'll be worth it, but it's just like at this point I'm kind of like, I know the story, but now that I'm reading like another book series that is being turned into movies, there's just so much they leave out, which always happens with adaptations into a movie or a TV show, but they just really cut out a lot of important stuff from the Crazy Rich Asians movie, so I don't really know what the sequel will be like if they do a sequel. But speaking of like TV shows, like books being turned into TV shows, I heard that they finished filming Little Fires Everywhere for Hulu, which I read that book when I was in Jamaica and it was phenomenal. I cannot wait to see that series with Reese Witherspoon, and she's just such a badass. Like, I always liked Reese Witherspoon, but then her being in Big Little Lies just made me love her even more. So I'm very excited to see what they do with that book in the TV show, and how like much, I feel like they of course will change things, but I just hope they picked like the perfect cast and stick pretty close to the story, because it was a really juicy story that I really enjoyed. So I'm like super tired, literally my ears are killing me, and yeah, so this is a total bummer, but hopefully I feel better soon. I just took an hour-long nap. That was glorious. I felt like I slept for a lot longer than an hour. So now I have to call into a meeting. Joy. But whenever I'm sick, or sometimes on like a Saturday afternoon, I love sleeping on our couch. It is like the coziest thing ever, and I don't know, I just feel like it's so much more relaxing than sleeping in my bed, because if I took a nap in my bed, I probably would have slept for a lot longer but not felt as rested. I don't know, this couch is magical. I love this thing. And oh, my camera battery is flashing, so I will charge it while I call into this meeting. Fun times. And my phone battery is at 15%. Oh my god. Don't you love my snowman PJs? It's almost Christmas, you guys, even though it's not even Halloween. This Smartly Lavender hand soap is like the best scent in the world to me, especially when I'm not feeling well. So if you haven't smelled this at Target, go smell it. We have this size, and then we refill it with like a jumbo thing. Wait, let me show you. We refill it with this jumbo container. Here's like a size difference. You can see how much we've used of this. We adore this scent. So all the time it's amazing, but especially when I just need something that makes me happy, this is the best aromatherapy. I don't know if I'm a total freak or what, but when I don't feel like doing my makeup, I still like looking at my makeup. And this Too Faced palette that I got at Marshall's is like the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. I love looking at this palette. And it looks like a lot of the colors are the same, but they're not. They're not, I tell you. Oh my gosh. So I have so many like looks that I could possibly do with this palette. I've been doing a lot of different things with it already, and I've barely like scratched the surface. So do you guys want me to do like some sort of video like 4 looks 1 palette, or like a series with this palette of like tons of different looks that I do? Because I don't do a lot of videos, I feel like, with like one certain palette, and maybe that would be useful or interesting if you have this palette, or just like gives you ideas of different color combinations, because I think it would be so pretty to put like this olive one with like some of these like raspberry type shades, and this one, this peacocking. I can't wait to use it. Okay, there's some names in here that really like blow my mind. This one is called Spank Me. Like, this palette looks so gorgeous and like chic and stuff, and then for a shade to be called Spank Me in it it like just doesn't fit. It's like cognitive dissonance. Like it just doesn't go together, but whatever. The more I look at this, the weirder the names are getting. So yeah, let's like not look at the names of it and just look at the gorgeous colors, because it really is gorgeous. And I'm definitely gonna have to go into work tomorrow because I'm hosting a training, so I have to be there. And so I'm just thinking about what look am I gonna do tomorrow, like what am I gonna wear and stuff. And I am feeling a lot better, but I'm still very, very congested, so I don't know. But all I know is that I'm going in at least for the training tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, if you want me to do some looks with this palette, let me know. I still can't believe I got it for $30. Yay, I love it. Also, it is so bright in my room now because we got trees taken down in the front of our house. And it is so sunny in here. Like, I am not used to it. I have to use my curtains, and this is how bright it is still with my curtains. I just have like sheer curtains, but it's never this bright in here at this time of day. Like, I'm not complaining. I mean, I kind of am complaining, but like it's just something I'll have to get used to because I'm used to having like big trees that are shading my room, and it's just like a different experience to be in here with it so bright. But I am going to watch the Tachi Beauty launch party video where she had a party just for her subscribers, which I think is really cool. I've never heard of someone doing that. Maybe Jaclyn Hill did a party that included her subscribers, but like this was only subscribers, and I just think that's really special. And I just really like Tachi. I was on like a rocky path with her about a year and a half ago, and then I was rocky again with the whole James Charles thing, but I really do like trust her judgment with makeup specifically, and I think she in general is a good person. So I am curious to see what else she comes out with. I'm interested in the palette that she's dropping on Friday, but I'm not like obsessed with all the colors. I wish that she would do like a quad or something with just like the one color family and all the different textures of each of the colors, because then I could pick and choose what colors I would want. But then maybe a future version of the palette will have more cool tones, which is what I'm into. But this first palette seems to be like very warm, like a lot of orangey shades and like cranberry colors, which I have plenty of those because I don't need a lot, and I just don't use them very often, so I don't need very many in my collection. But yeah, I just really like Tachi, so I'm gonna watch that. Hopefully a new Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star video comes out soon. That would be really great if one came out today, because I would just love to lay in my bed and watch that. It's just like, I don't know, there's something so cool about seeing like the inner workings of the beauty industry. I always love like behind the scenes stuff like that. So I'm excited for that collection to launch as well, but I don't know. I haven't decided, since I haven't seen like what the palettes actually look like, if I would use all the colors and stuff. Like, they seem to be creating a lot of cool shit, but I don't know if I would actually use it. So I'm weighing my pros and cons of everything and really trying to decide if I'll use something before like going after a new launch, because I don't know, after the whole Jaclyn Hill incident with the lipsticks, which I bought like right at launch, and those being horrible, and it just makes me like nervous to dive into something without like knowing a lot about it at first. So this is what has been getting me through this day. Mucinex Sinus Mask Max come through. I'm thinking of sheet masking. That's probably why I said mask. But I think this would make me feel better to put like a nice cold face mask on. And I don't know. I'm feeling like being really boring and just using one of the ones I always use, which is the Original Glow sheet mask. This is like my favorite sheet mask, I'm pretty sure. It's like very plain, but does the trick and just makes me feel better. So I think I'm gonna put this on and do some reading before we have dinner. This sheet mask is so nice and cold. Oh my god. Feels amazing. I wish I could just drain everything out of my system. But when I put this on, it made me think of how all these skincare companies are coming out with like skincare fridges, like mini fridges for your skincare. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I saw that the Drunk Elephant like vault, which is $450, comes with like a mini fridge. And I just don't know if it's like an upsell thing or if skincare actually is like more effective in the cold, or if it just like helps depuffing or something like that. I don't know. But in the winter, my sheet masks are super cold just from like the air. So I can't imagine putting them in a fridge. Like, I feel like they should have been promoting the fridge thing in the summer, because like cold skincare in the winter sounds absolutely horrible to me. Like, I know it's not winter yet, but it's getting cooler. And I don't want to put like ice cold like serums and moisturizers on when I'm already freezing my ass off. So I don't know. I just think it's a marketing thing. I don't know if it's an actual like science thing, but I could be wrong. I could just be a skeptic. I don't know. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I'm gonna keep reading. I have read quite a lot this evening, and I would love to know what you guys do to make yourselves feel better when you're sick or when you're just not feeling your best. I shared some of my favorite things in this video, and I really need to find something that I can drink that's nice and hot, but that doesn't have like caffeine or sugar. So I should probably try some teas, but I'm just not a tea person. I've never found a tea I really liked. So if you have any suggestions on that, I would love to know, because I could go for like something warm and cozy, but like everything that I can think of is either like coffee or hot chocolate. So let me know about that, and I hope that all of you guys are in good health and don't get whatever the hell I have. But this is my vlog of feeling sorry for myself and trying to feel a little better throughout this day. So thanks so much for keeping me company today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.